Hey, welcome back to Right on the Edge. And I keep meaning to do the witching hour video over here, which looks interesting. Like, why are people scared of the witching hour? What's the history behind that? But then I saw a new ocean is forming in Africa, a video from 8 months ago. And I'm like, 8 months ago? How on earth have I not heard about this when it happened 8 months ago? So let's let's watch this and see how clickbaity it is. Huh. Once more, I have to pause this for my sound. Alright, sound's back.
One day we're on Twitter and come across this picture. A new ocean is forming in Africa. A 35-mile crack opened up in Ethiopia in 2005.
So in 2005, this crack opened up. I can't believe I haven't heard about this. That's so long.
Wait, what? The African continent is breaking apart? No way, this can't be real. Or is it?
Exactly, or is it? Yeah.
So we went down a rabbit hole. What is happening here? Does this massive crack actually exist? Over the course of the last
Yeah, it seems like it could be a lot of clickbait to me too.
6 months we tried to uncover the truth. And ultimately we decided to make the journey to this place ourselves.
Guys, make me a big YouTuber so I can do this. Come on.
I'm walking on the edge of a new forming ocean, of a splitting continent.
Turns out the story of how and why and where Africa is literally breaking is even more fascinating than we could have ever imagined.
The cinematography here is great, man. I'm like, I'm wrapped in now.
As Day
That's
One
awesome.
Vox fans, this is our chance. Our own Circle in the Sahara video. Well, maybe not as mysterious, but still.
Hey, I think it's pretty good, man.
We start our research and come across this photo again and again. It could be Photoshop. We inspect it and it doesn't seem to have obvious flaws, but we are no experts by any means. So we do a quick Google image search, and even big outlets like NBC use this photo. So it's at least unlikely that it's fake. And there's a credit for Anthony Philpotts as the photographer. So we decide to look for him. Anthony Philpotts. And we learn that he is Jackpot, a professor emeritus of geology and
Well, that adds credibility to this. I mean, doesn't it? I can't get more credible than that.
geophysics at the University of Connecticut. At this point we are excited. So we
Yeah, that's right. Write that motherfucker an email.
write him a message asking if he would be interested to do a video call with us. We wait a few days. And Professor Philpotts really answers and he says, no. Okay, let's move on.
Well, you know, hey. He said kind offer, right? Very polite.
Even though Philpotts doesn't want to talk to us, he writes in his email that he is indeed a photographer and that he took the photo in the Afar region of Ethiopia. So the picture is real. But what's the Afar region? Afar region? The crack is located here.
I'll tell you what it means, man. It means it's far away. Ah.
We find out that it's often called Dabahu Fissure because it indeed opened in 2005 when the volcano Dabahu erupted.
Oh.
This eruption must have been quite powerful. On a website we read, when erupted, the Afar's camels and goats were swallowed by huge flame sand ash.
Oh man, you didn't have to make the goats. You don't have to do the goats like that and make this stretch right here look creepy.
What?
Yeah.
In a paper,
what?
a scientist writes 700 goats, 200 camels, and 70 donkeys killed. The volcanic ash and gases caused some issues for the locals, but thankfully no one died. Only one person was injured. But where exactly is the Dabahu fissure? If you search for it on Google Maps, you only find the volcano, not the fissure itself. And we can't spot it next to the volcano. So we look for a new expert who has visited the Afar region and find Dr. Derek Keir. He's an associate professor in earth science at the University of Southampton and has a really cool profile picture on his Twitter. Geologists really be flexing those lava pics, and this time we are lucky.
Hey, that is what I would do if I was a geologist, bro. I'd get the most lava-y picture in the background I could get.
He agrees to talk to us. Dr. Keir visited the Afar region about 20 times already.
It's basically positioned just north of Dabahu or northeast of Dabahu, between Dabahu volcano and another volcano called Gabho. It's more or less directly in between the two. I think Gabho is about, 10 or 20 kilometers north of Dabahu. So the vent site is about 5 or 10 kilometers north of Dabahu. And I suppose in the literature, the vent is called Daure. It's the name that's been used for the specific vent, because that's the name that the local people use for the area.
Alright, such a big rift might be recognizable on satellite imagery. On Google Maps we only see clouds, so let's try to find it on Google Earth instead.
Yeah.
Ethiopia is huge. It's 5 times bigger than the UK, or about the size of Texas and California combined for our American audience.
Hey, we're here, buddy.
Okay, here's the Dabahu volcano, a little more north. Got
Oh,
it.
there it is.
Just to watch it on Google Earth, ain't it? We want to know more about this eruption and the opening of the vent fissure.
Yeah, where's the ocean part come in here?
And we kinda wanna see it in real life. So we search for ways to visit it. But it isn't exactly a walk in the park. It's in the middle of an active volcano territory. After a while we come across Action Tours, who offer a trip to the Dabahu fissure. Okay, but who could fly to Ethiopia for us and go to this place?
Right here, buddy. Right here. You see it? I'll do it. I'll do it for you.
Naturally, as YouTubers, we never really leave our mom's basements. So, enter Vali. He is our former art director, does go outside regularly, and has been hitchhiking through the world since like 2 years.
Of course I'm in. I'm just in the middle of India right now.
Vali is making the trip for us, but it will take a little preparation.
Valley, you and me could be both best friends, I think. You want an American friend? You got one.
If you travel a lot, staying connected wherever you are is a must, whether it's video calling your family or watching your favorite YouTuber before bed. But dealing with local SIM cards in each country can be a real hassle. For your next trip, get an eSIM from Saily. It works just like a physical SIM card, but it's digital, giving you instant access to mobile data wherever you go. Saily offers hundreds of flexible data packages in over 180 countries and 8 regions around the world. And the best part, you manage it all in one app. It's super easy to set up. Let's say you want to travel around India like Vali. Before you leave, you download the Saily app, choose a package that suits you and activate it. Once you arrive at your destination, your eSIM automatically connects. Now you can hop between countries and always stay connected, no matter if you're here or here or here. If you want to try Saily, scan this QR code or visit saily.com/ferntv and use the code ferntv to get 15% off your first purchase. We can
Honestly, that's a pretty good deal.
highly recommend it. Let's jump back to Vali and his journey to Ethiopia.
I'm inside an Indian truck. It's about 1 a.m. There's 2,000 kilometers to go until Chennai. I have 3 more days to catch a flight to Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. And since there might be more people watching than I'm used to, I might want to do something about this travel goatee thing. Hi guys. Let's go to Africa.
On July 17th, Vali takes the plane from Chennai to Addis Ababa. Here Vali meets Mesganao. He's from Action Tours and will help Vali to get
Bro, this guy seems like my sort of people.
to the vent fissure. Tomorrow they will fly from Addis Ababa to Samara. There they will meet the rest of the team. Then they will drive with 2 cars into the desert and trek 6 hours to the Dabahu fissure.
And they meet you at the airport. That's fucking dope. Dude, Action Tours got a bump in business after this video, I think.
It's a big bird is flying and God must be crazy. Now we are getting up, 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 up. Fly, Robin, fly. Robin, Robin, up, up, up. It's just like that, up.
While Vali and Misganao are on the plane to Samara, let's take a closer look at the splitting of Africa.
I mean, I am curious about this too. I heard about the splitting in Africa just really slowly.
The surface of our planet is always changing. The formation of our continents as we know them began hundreds of millions of years ago with the supercontinent Pangaea. It was gigantic and encompassed almost all of Earth's land masses, and was surrounded by a global ocean called Panthalassa, until Pangaea had an existential crisis and fell apart. The shifting of the
It just needed to change itself, right? It had to break up, rediscover itself. You know, as you do sometimes.
continent started slowly, 1 millimeter per year, and then picked up speed. This can be compared to the tearing of a rope. It may start slowly, but the last rope fibers suddenly tear very quickly. The tectonic plates can reach speeds of up to 20 millimeters per year. That is quite
shit.
fast and roughly the speed of your
Yeah, it's super fast.
fingernails growing. When the
The fingernails growing. That's crazy. But maybe not that fast.
plates move apart, the Earth's crust becomes thinner, a basin forms, until the Earth's crust breaks. Instead of seconds like in our visual, this process takes a very long time. It took over 40 million years for Africa and North America to separate. And right now, deep down, it's happening again. This is the East African Rift System. It's an active continental rift zone. It stretches over 6,000 kilometers, roughly from the edge of the Red Sea through Ethiopia.
That is so fucking cool, man. That is... The visuals and stuff that you did for this are top notch. I hope to be this good.
To Mozambique. You can even see it from space. It consists of a series of rift valleys.
It's currently the largest continental rift on Earth.
This rift system is not a new phenomenon. It all started millions of years ago. Over the past 30 million years, the Arabian Plate has been moving away from Africa. The ground sank. This created the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. Along the East African Rift, the Somali Plate and the Nubian Plate are drifting away from each other. Where the tectonic plates move apart, rift valleys form. From the Red Sea, the rifting extends southward. Here, the East African Rift System splits into 2 branches, an eastern and a western branch.
There's the Eastern Rift that runs more or less through central Kenya, and then the Western Rift is sort of running more or less on the border of several countries like Rwanda, Burundi, Uganda, and then a major part of that western part of the rift runs basically right through the border of Tanzania and the Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and then between Tanzania and Zambia. And then it sort of becomes one single rift again when you get down to roughly Malawi. The rift sort of goes through Malawi and then into countries like Mozambique and Botswana.
The rifting process also created 3 microplates, the Victoria Plate, the Rovuma Plate, and the Luandro Plate. Along the rifts is a lot of volcanic activity.
Yeah, I imagine so, right? It's probably what's causing this thing to constantly expand and push apart is the flow of lava.
These forces are immensely powerful. They once formed Mount Kilimanjaro in the north of Tanzania. Today, it is the highest mountain in Africa. The east and west branches are very different. Mountain massives like Mount Kilimanjaro probably had a major influence on the climate. They act as a barrier for clouds. As a result, you can find dry landscapes and vast savannas in the east and rainforests and lakes in the west. But this is the heart of the East African Rift System, the Afar region. Here, 3 tectonic plates meet.
I don't know what afar means, but every time I hear it, I just think far away. It's terrible. I know it's terrible.
The Nubian or African plate, the Arab plate, and finally the Somali plate, which is currently emerging.
Basically, Somalia is rotating in a clockwise direction away from Nubia. So the result of that is that the motion are faster in the north, sort of roughly half a centimeter per year.
Some researchers believe
half
that
a
a
centimeter a year is
superplume is
pretty
responsible for the tectonic changes right now. A mantle plume is an upwelling of hot rock material rising from deep in the Earth's mantle. They look like a scary hot mushroom. And superplumes are the same thing but huge, spreading over hundreds of kilometers.
Yeah, that would be terrifying if that's what it
A
is.
superplume beneath Africa is likely to cause the plates to move apart. When the hot rock material spreads under the Earth's crust, it presses against the crust with so much force that it expands and eventually cracks open. Wherever the Earth's crust becomes thinner, the land sinks. Here, the ancient fractures and fault zones formed the current profile of the East African Rift Valley. The Afar region is one of the hottest
Wow.
places on Earth. Temperatures reach over 50 degrees Celsius in summer. It's a
50 degrees Celsius. Now that's fucking hot. That's like 120 or something like that. That's crazy.
very active volcanic territory. It should be devoid of life, but it isn't.
Well, of course it isn't. Stuff will grow there because the soil will be pretty fertile as well. You know, volcanic soil is usually fertile.
After a few hours through the desert, we've reached the first town, the first village, Teru, in the middle of the plain deserts. So it seems we have reached some kind of tourism office, and they're having a meeting. We have to wait until they're done with their meeting.
Sounds like they're having a very good meeting. Nice shades though.
So we just collected Adam. And he will help us navigate this volcano landscape. I think we're asking for directions.
No. Hey man, they already got your money and your deposit. You can't get that back. Now they're asking for directions. That's a good sign.
Car is getting fuller.
It's a huge news here. 5 years ago, there was no road
No
for
road,
the vehicles.
yeah.
It was only trekking, about 6 hours trek. Very monotonous, exhaustion, full of exhaustion.
Yeah.
But now they told me they have off-road like this. So the walk maximum is about 30 minutes.
Oh,
So
30 minutes
it's
of
so
walking?
nice today.
Hey, dude, 30 minutes of walking. It's only 35 Celsius over there. I mean, that's not bad, right? That's like 80 something. So not bad. Not bad. He got the road instead of the 6-hour trek.
No
It's a
way.
huge news. Life is easy now.
Life
I
is
was
easy
so
now.
ready to trek for 6 hours.
No 6 hours.
Yeah,
no
he's
need
like, no,
to
thank
trek.
you.
Yeah.
It's good news hours. You can discover this area.
The tour goes on.
That's crazy. It looks like that in places like Nevada and stuff like that. You can see the volcanic rock out there, just like on the side of the interstate even. So, I mean, that to me is all the proof I need that they're in the right area.
Valley and the Action Tour team have reached their destination.
We're seeing how far we can actually get towards the volcano.
They set up camp for the night and trek the last meters to the fissure. Young men with Kalashnikovs walk with Valley.
Sorry, whoever has to censor out all these weapons.
Ethiopia is torn apart by internal conflict.
The problem is that, you know, that's like necessary for their safety because it's not a safe area in a lot of these places. You know, they need those guns because people like this might show up and just... Obviously not people like this exactly, but there are armed groups of people over there.
And ethnic tensions. Tigray borders the Afar region. The brutal, deadly 2-year civil war began here in 2020 and spread to the surrounding regions.
That's
Human
crazy.
rights violations and conflicts continue to this day.
Yeah.
Carrying weapons has therefore become an essential part of daily life for many inhabitants of the Afar region. Now there are only a few meters to go.
They're just standing on the edge of the fissure.
Are you excited? I know I am.
Whoa! Oh, what?
Yeah.
Take care. Antarctica. Don't go to the tip. Okay? Don't go to the tip.
Oh.
Incredible. Just watching the Earth literally split
Yeah.
into new parts.
You're watching the birth of new countries.
I doubt it will
essentially.
get across on video, but with every step I take, it feels like the Earth is actually somehow hollow. It makes a hollow kind of sound, and everything vibrates if anyone around me takes a step. It feels like I'm not walking on stable ground.
That's cool. It's probably because you're not, mate, but you know, that's awesome.
And there's this constant, you hear this, like rumbling all the time. Rumbling and like boiling of the earth. It's a bit scary, to be honest.
Yeah.
As if the earth could swallow me any second.
But not just scary. Admit it. It's also exciting.
This vent fissure is about 500 meters long, but it is only a small part. What you can see from above is the 60-kilometer long dike of solidified magma formed in the rift.
The 60-kilometer crack is visible with using some satellite remote sensing techniques called INSAR. Basically, it's a technique that looks at the difference between two radar satellite images that were collected before the dike and after the dike, and is able to measure the ground motion that's being caused by the diking. You see evidence that either side of the rift have separated by about 8 meters or so.
Vali is standing at the birthplace of a new ocean. In 5 to 10 million years, a new sea will form here. The water will rush through the region and make its way.
It should more or less.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, a little bit clickbaity. It's not happening all at once. However, hey, if you're around in 8 or so million years and you happen on this video, just like and subscribe. But what do you guys think about that? About the earth shaking, about the earth moving and shifting and new oceans forming? To me, it just invokes a sense of wonder, you know? It's great. Well, that's been my take on a new ocean is forming in Africa, and I hope to see you guys on the next video. Leave a comment and let me know what you'd like to see.